Number 7. Closet Mayhem. This terrifying footage comes straight from a haunted house in Apodaca, Mexico. So crazy, it was even featured on Netflix's Haunted Latino America. The house's grim past? A soldier's daughter was tragically snatched, leading to a chain of events so dark it's hard to believe. After years away in the USA, the soldier returned home only to uncover his wife's betrayal. In a moment of rage, he ended her life and left her to rot in the closet. Fast forward to today. Paranormal investigator Ricky, urged on by his fans, decided to do a live stream exploration inside this creepy-ass property. But what he captured on camera was enough to make even skeptics think twice. Let's watch.
No mames, aquí se escucha algo, ¿eh? Si quieres que me vaya, haz algo, que yo me dé cuenta que estás conmigo. Significa que está cerca, ¿eh? Haz algo. ¿Quieres que me vaya? Haz algo. No me puedo ni mover. Abre la puerta si estás conmigo. Abre la puerta si estás aquí en este momento. No más, está más fuerte, más fuerte. Cada vez que esto suena, esto hace movimientos, no sé. Voy a tirar esto. Lo voy a tirar, ¿eh? Se está moviendo su dirección.
How freaky. Did you hear it? A disembodied female voice breaks through, whispering something out of a nightmare, considering the dark history of that place. Check the wardrobe. Of course, after hearing this, he jumps up like the bed's made of lava, while this thermal scanner starts flashing for fun. And just when you think it can't get any creepier, the wardrobe starts shaking faster than your mum's favorite toys. Naturally, the skeptics in this live stream came in hot. "It's just you wobbling the camera, Ricky," they typed, probably from under their own blankets. But Ricky wasn't about to let them get the last word. Determined to prove he wasn't pulling a fast one, he moved closer to the wardrobe. And that's when things went from spooky to straight up chaotic.
¿Para dónde quieres que me vaya? Dicen que no es lo que se mueve, que es la cámara. Ok, vamos a hacer algo. Entonces, voy a poner la cámara justo aquí. Y ustedes ya no estoy yo. Ok, no la estoy moviendo. ¿Quieres que me vaya de tu casa? Córreme de tu casa. Sácame de tu casa.
Yeah? Didn't think so. It's clearly the wardrobe shaking, not the camera. And if you thought there was someone behind the wardrobe moving it, check this out.
No, está en la gorra. Vamos a ver el este. ¿Y cómo le hago? A ver. ¿Cómo lo meto? ¿Así nomás o qué? ¿Así? ¿O cómo le hago?
No one to be seen, and absolutely no space for anyone to hide behind the wardrobe for that matter. We get a crystal clear view of the wall, the surrounding areas inside the wardrobe, and even behind it. Yet it moved all on its own. How? Was it a spirit from the house's tragic past, still restless after all these years, or is there something even darker lurking within those walls? One thing's for sure. Ricky's live stream didn't just entertain, it downright terrified his audience. What do you think caused this eerie spectacle? A clever hoax or actual proof of the paranormal? Let us know your thoughts. Number 6. New Orleans Poltergeist. With its history rich in voodoo and vampires, New Orleans is in strong competition as the most haunted city in America. It's no secret that New Orleans has seen its fair share of witches, zombies, and Nick Cage. But poltergeists? Nola T-Shirt of the Month Club in St. Anne Street, a popular clothing shop, shared this footage with WGNO, a local television station. The door opening by itself is followed by some kind of orb or manifestation on the lower left corner of the image. Look again. There's one thing you might have missed though. When we speed up the footage real fast, you can see something happening to the other doors, as if there's someone or something trying to open them all. Are we watching a late-night shopper come to visit, although he's already dead? It is evident that before the age of spy cameras, ghosts might have had a lot easier time shopping at night for their favorite brands. Or do you think this late-night visitor had something else in mind for breaking and entering into a store? You decide. Number 5. Glass-breaking spirits. Every Christmas season, this group of friends has a little tradition. Good food, great chats, and a camera rolling to capture the vibes for when they're old and grey. It's not Christmas night, but the festive spirit is alive and well as they gather around the table laughing, eating, and sharing stories. But this year, something pretty weird happened. What starts as a wholesome night of holiday cheer soon takes a turn for the downright unexplainable. Watch as the camera, meant to capture sweet memories, ends up recording something they'll never forget.
In America, there's a constitution, and DUI checkpoints are unconstitutional because they're pulling you over
without a reason.
Without reasonable cause.
Which is called an illegal search and seizure. So they're supposed to have a reason to pull you over and check, but they still do them. So it's kind of going against our own laws that they check them. But generally, if you're driving, you're not going to get pulled over unless you're swerving or doing something suspicious.
Or you look suspicious.
So they're not, legally, they're not allowed to just pull you over and check just because you're driving late or whatever. It should be because you swerved or you're driving too slow or too fast. You know?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. That just snapped right now?
Oh wow.
I heard that.
When?
No one was even touching that. I heard a...
How long
she
You
goes,
must have set it down really hard.
no, I did not. I was very gentle with that.
Did you see that? Out of nowhere, the wine glass snaps while it's empty. We've seen many of these videos where a glass full of cold beer breaks out of nowhere due to temperature fluctuations. But this one is empty. Plus, it was actually just the base that snapped without anyone touching it. Strange, right? But let's just say the most interesting part of this whole thing is that although a very mysterious event occurs in the middle of a normal dinner, the people involved are not at all bothered by it. Wonder why? Yeah, we did too. And that's when we found out that such strange events happen all the time in their house. Not just glasses, but different random objects made out of wood, metal or rubber appear to creak, snap, and stretch out of nowhere. But why doesn't anyone question what is really going on here tonight? Well, maybe the chicken and rice they ate are too good to worry about ghosts. Number 4. Norwegian Ouija. What is it about Scandinavian girls getting into trouble by using strange rituals? Ever since that movie Midsummer came out, there is nothing scarier than some blonde girl with a Ouija board. But these three? They take it to a whole other level. Just watch.
Stav, hei.
Ja.
Hei. Det går ikke, da. Det var det mye. Fy faen, ass.
Du sa jo at det skulle være tull.
Ta ned på god dagen. Det er ikke lekser, det går ikke. Åh, shit. Kødder du nå? Ok, vet du hva? Nå kan jeg få gå hjem, eller? Du kan ikke gå hjem? Nei, jeg tør ikke å gå hjem. Jeg tør ikke å gå hjem. Eller det fetsa seg. Ta det bort, da. Ta det bort, sånn fem. Jeg tør ikke å ha det her nå. Kom igjen, da. Hallo, vi må fortsette. Ok. Vi tar vi oss et her, da. Ser det ikke sammen? Ok. 1, 2, 3. Gi oss et her. Se der! Å, det dingler. Fy faen. Helvete, hele den driten dingler jo. Fy faen. Vi tar et til, da. Åh, sjekka. Gi oss et tegn.
Okay, so a lot of folks watching this video said, fake. There is a wire under her arms, blah blah blah. Frankly, we can't see any wires or signs of fakery, even their reactions seem genuine. And we're not alone. Many other commenters see this video as some very spooky, all too real evidence of why it's a really bad idea to have young girls play Ouija at stupid o'clock. When something starts to move by itself when you're having your questions answered, you have to ask yourself if perhaps you should not dedicate yourself to a safer hobby, like maybe botany or learning how to bake pies instead of messing around with a planchette, right? Number 3. The Russian Witch. Dmitry is a Russian paranormal investigator who left the business for a while for unknown reasons. Now, his triumphant return has him investigating an abandoned building rumored to have housed a Russian witch, where now all manner of strange goings-on happen right before our eyes. Watch.
Вы можете дать какой-то знак. Кто это?
In his efforts to discover the witch's secrets, Dmitry has set up some static cameras. And that's when he realized he was never alone. Things started moving by themselves. Did you see that? A door that opens and closes by itself. And what's the deal with a wardrobe? What is going on here? Please tell me that's not some kind of secret underground portal to hell. Come on, Dmitry. What are you doing? You're not going to go in there, are you? Nope, he didn't. But this is what's so annoying. There was something clearly making that underground door shake, yet he didn't go and move it to see what was there. Was it an animal or something like that? Nothing like staying at home to complain about what the paranormal investigators should have done, but didn't, right? If only Ben was there, I'm pretty sure he'd Rambo it.
What?
Number 2. The Messy Ghost. It's hard enough to keep your house clean, but when you have a messy spirit staying with you, it's almost impossible. You can tell right away that this TikToker's friend is very fussy about his living space and likes to keep order in the house, especially when he has friends around like tonight. But the ghost who shares the apartment with them isn't keen on guests. You see, it's not the first time strange things have happened in this house, and as much as they like to keep it tidy, the ghost has other ideas. Ah, if only we had a static camera lying around. Oh wait, we do? Of course we do. We always do. Let's see what caused the chaos then. Surely the ghost is not to blame, right? Caught in the act. But this ghost has a criminal record. Check out what was caught a few weeks earlier. Wow. Okay, now things are getting weird. How the hell do you fake that? It's not like you can perforate a porcelain plate without smashing it to bits, right? If this was done by string, there's none to be seen. So what is going on here? Maybe this TikToker should hire a ghost behavioral therapist to explain why so much aggression is not good for his spirit? Did you see what I did there?